Hi folks, it's Andy. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to this episode of Kendo Video Feedback. We've got a great submission for you today. We're going to get to it in just a minute. Before we do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment using the word Kendo and help us increase the Kendo population. That's how it works. More importantly, support the channel by shopping at KendoStar. KendoStar is the best Kendo equipment website in the history and future of the human race. Of course, I would say that because I own the place, but everybody agrees with me. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a grading video for you today. The message that came, it says, Dear Andy, my Vanguard Myrmidon and I took the exam for Yondan last Sunday. And we passed. Fantastic. Congratulations. This is a 4th Dan exam using the Vanguard Myrmidon. Fantastic board set. It was my 3rd try. I'm 46 years old, Nito-Ryu. Okay, so I came back to Kendo earlier this year after a 10-year break. Wow, okay. I started practicing when I was 19, and Kendo was an important part of my life for many years. Feedback would be greatly appreciated by KendoStar. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. So, okay. So you're on the right-hand side, I believe. 4th Dan exam. Okay. So we're gonna address the elephant in the room, I think, about the Nito-Ryu, all right? Because I think that's the first thing lots of people are gonna ask about is Nito-Ryu, and I think it's a common question, all right? Should you do the gradings in Nito-Ryu or Jodan if that's how you normally practice? And there's mixed sort of ideas on this. Some people say one thing, some people say another. So I'm gonna get that out of the way straight away. You should present the Kendo at your grading that you generally present in your dojo. Not present, but you know, the Kendo in your grading, like it shouldn't be a performance, all right? So I always think about this, like obviously there's different strategies for Shinsai, Shiai, stuff like that. But when you go to the Shinsai, it should be your normal Kendo. It should be your Kendo. So if every day you go to practice, you do Jodan or you do Nito, like it doesn't make sense to me to try your grading suddenly in Chudan. Like it doesn't, like you kind of, you know, if that's what you need to take your grading, then you should be doing that. When you're ready to, you know, if you're ready to do the Jodan or the Nito-Ryu, then in my opinion, then you should be ready to do that in your gradings. Now, if you do both, some people do both. Some people do Chudan and Jodan. That's fine. And you know, and I know that there's people that do one Shinsai in, you know, because you do two matches. One will do one in Chudan, one in Jodan. I'm not against that idea either. I'm totally not. But like, if you're not comfortable enough, like, you know, if you're not that comfortable to do Jodan, to present your grading in it, then, you know, maybe you're not ready for the grading then. Is really the, you know what I mean? I feel like you're kind of trying to skip ahead a bit. So I support you doing grading in Nito-Ryu if Nito-Ryu is your normal kamae, is how you normally practice Kendo. All right? So let's have a look. Okay, so we're doing the Nito with the Shoto in the left hand and the Daito in the right hand. I'm not sure if that's, I'm not sure which one that is. I'm not a Nito expert. And then it looks like the right foot in front. I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay, so this waza is all right. This Kaishi-do waza is all right. But for 4th Dan, you know, I'll let it go. If this is 5th Dan upwards, I'm going to start like to look at this a little bit negatively because it's a very reactive Kaishi-do. It's like it's more like do atouchi rather than Kaishi-do. So you didn't get them to hit and then do the Kaishi-do. You blocked and then hit the do. And this is easier for you because you've got 2 swords. So I'm going to be a bit stricter on that sort of thing particularly. Yeah. You can see how, and especially as you can see as they come in, you start to go backwards like this, and then hit the door. All right. So for me, like, I'll probably let it slide here, but going forward, in your Ojiwaza has to have the DI, and this doesn't have the DI. All right. So you know, as you start to work towards, you know, I wouldn't give this do in the Shiai for this reason. Okay, as the Shimpan, if I was the Shimpan, I would not award this as Ippon for this exact reason. Kamae looks good. Ashi Sawaki looks good. Okay, so we have a Kote strike. Looks accurate. Good, nice strike. And here's where I think you're doing really well. All right, and I think that this is somewhere where lots of Nito-Ryu players fail the gradings, especially sort of fourth dan upwards. Is you make the good strike and you take the proper Zanshin. All right, you take the proper Zanshin. All right, it's a clear, you know, flow of the waza from the start, middle, and end. All right, lots of Nito players tend to stop at the point of impact, and for that reason, I'll often fail the Nito player if they don't have the proper Zanshin. So you're taking the Zanshin really well. Okay, this is a good man, but going forward, all right, it's all right, but like, how can I say, like it's real close, right, for a start, yeah. So the distance is a bit close. If you're gonna use your shinai, your shoto to seme, like for me, how can I say? Like there's two ways you could have approached this, right? I think I don't like this dashing in and hitting, all right? And it's led to you making this very deep strike. I think either you should have, without focusing too much on pushing the shinai out of the way with the shoto, tried to get that hikidasa, to get them to hit, so you could hit that good debana men from you know, because you're in distance already here, all right? You're in distance already, all right? So you know, or I'd have got a little bit closer and applied more seme with the shoto before doing it, and then made a smaller humikomi, all right? But because your humikomi is quite big, you know, although you hit with the shinai, it's right in the middle of the shinai, right? But again, good Zanshin, good kamae, good asabaki. Looks good. For Yondan, yeah, fine. But I feel like there's a lot of this Kaishi-do is better than the last one. This Kaishi-do is definitely better than the last one, all right? Because there's an element of like inviting here. I think the going backwards as you receive isn't good. This one, stepping back with the left, and I think it's causing the strike itself to lose dynamics, so it doesn't have like impact. So again, I think I'd struggle to award this one if this was the Shiai. I don't want to see the kind of backwards sort of strike like this. I want it to have more like in Japanese called kire, so more like, you know, not like pam pam, but it'd have to be like which way are you around, this way, right? It'd have to be like not pam pam this way, but bam, you know, like it is with the chudan. I'd measure your menhimo, they look kind of long. 40 centimeters. So this as well, right? This here. So again, like the atoichi is good, but there's a bit of a kind of roughness around the edges, isn't there? see this man again. So here you sort of started from further away, but I think there's like a, I don't know, like it's out of sync, isn't it? You see how your foot lands well before your shinai for start. But secondly, I think you're a little bit over fixated with sort of pushing their shinai out of the way with the short sword. Now, of course, I'm not a Nito-Ryu player, all right? I don't know that much about it. But what I do know is that, you know, if I was judging this by regular Kendo standards, like if somebody was doing the harai every time for the waza in the 4th dan, 5th dan grading, it doesn't create the best look. Do you know what I mean? So I want to see better semei rather than just the, you know, using the shoto. You can use the shoto as well, of course, but like it's that sort of slight moment before of that interaction where like I think you're trying to break their posture before you've really broken their spirit, or you should, how should I say, or you should try to break their posture with your spirit before you try to break their kamae with your shinai. And it doesn't mean break their posture with them going like this. Like it just means make them a little bit hesitant, you know. Well, so far so good for me. Yeah, the Yondan is fine. Is this kote? Yeah, kote. Yeah, pretty good kote, I like it. Good Zanshin. This Kaishi-do is better again than the first one that we saw. But we still have this step back with the left. Which again, I think it just makes it look weaker. It looks like you've broken your posture. Yeah. And I think as well, after hitting, like, the Zanshin is better, but on your door strikes, it's weak. All right? Your kote men strikes not so bad, but like, you're just kind of staying on the spot and there's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's no proper kime to this waza, so it looks flat. So again, this one, I'd be hesitant to raise a flag for this one. Don't forget, the strikes you make in the grading have to be the yuko datotte. They'd have to make the ippon in shiai, all right, if you land them, yeah? So that's something to bear in mind. Okay, I think this was a men for your opponent. Yeah, men for your opponent. Nice men for your opponent there. I'm not sure what the plan with the shoto was here. I don't know. Again, I'm not the Nito expert, so maybe there's something I'm missing. Yeah. So, you know, this semi is good, right? But it feels a little bit let down when you then step back and like block and then hit the door. I'm even hesitant to call this Kaishi-do. I'm a bit even hesitant to call this Kaishi-do. Because it feels like the Ato-uchi-do. You know. And the door strike is, you know, there's not enough to it. It's flat. You know what I mean? If you're going to do that, it's hard waza. It's like Hikido or anything like that. Yeah. You do Kaishi-do like that with the Itto. Yeah, you ain't getting ippon, right? Do and just stay there. Of course not. Yeah, the do zanshin. Yeah, has to have the kime full zanshin. Good. What's it called? Jujutsu shita kisei, I think is what it says in the book. Yeah, full spirit. Yeah, the spirit on your door strike is weak. All right, so it's not the kikentai no ichi. All right, watch. Yeah, you don't watch that and go, wow, what a great do. You know what I mean? And of course, all of our waza can't be that, but you have to aim for that. All right, you have to aim for that. Okay. So here, the semi is good, but I think you sort of you went a bit too early, yeah. And then again, like you've done this a couple of times here, like I feel like, you know, because you're quite far away. You're not too far to hit, but you are far, yeah. So you've got a bit of a job to do the osai on that shinai, so you end up missing, right? But the problem is because like you've committed in your mind to this kind of osaite men, right? Is it that way around? Yeah, this osaite men, right? That when your osai misses, you still launch the men. Do you know what I mean? So it's like completely one-sided. Like you use your shinai to, you know, to apply the semi as well. Watch what the opponent's doing, get the reaction from the opponent, look for the weakness, and then if you think you've got it, spam this way, yeah? If you think you can get them to hit, you know, pam, oh, like this, right? I think, you know, I don't know, look, I'm not in the Nito play. Maybe I should have a go at it. I'm super reluctant to do that. So I could understand it a bit more. Maybe at some point I'll try. But I do think that's an issue here is the Shinai Kosa, like the Shinai interaction is not enough, right? And I realize that means that you don't have to hit everything from that close distance because you can hit from further away as well, right? But if you're going to use the shoto in that way, like it's just a kind of automatic reaction. It doesn't seem to be the kind of proper DI between you and your partner when you do this, which is why, like I say, when you miss completely, like you are committed now. You're committed based off no real good information. Do you know what I mean? Like you've made a decision here without the data to back it up. You know? And another thing is, like, probably you'll have more success if you don't swing the shinai as much. Like, from here to here like that. Here, you need to go pam like that, right? Straight from here, bam, rather than this way. It needs to be, am I in the shot? So what you're doing is this way. What you want to do is this way, right? You see the difference, yeah? 1 or 2 is totally different in speed, right? That's what you're doing, like that. And what I think you should do is that, right? Much faster, yeah? Kote is good. Again, look, the Zanshin's starting to peter off now. I guess, I know it's hard because you get tired when doing these, yeah? We see again, I can't call this the high-spirited waza, which is what it must be for the valid strike, yeah? Has to have more. Okay, good. All right, there we go. Listen, thank you for sending it in, first of all. And congratulations on the 4th dan. Well deserved. I think you deserve to have 4th dan, all right? So there's no issue with that whatsoever. But what I want you to do going forward, all right? What I want you to do going forward, there's a couple of things. First, I want you to think about the interaction with you and the other side more and how the shoto, like, fits into that relationship. Are you going to interact with their shinai or not with your shoto? And then if you are, how are you going to do it? And how is it going to be a meaningful interaction? You know, rather than, okay, I want to hit now, push, hit. You know what I mean? It wants to be more, if we're going to interact with it, we're going to use this one. Okay, what kind of kensen, what kind of kamae have they got? What happens if I give it a little tap, pam, this way? What happens if I press like this? What are they going to do? They're going to raise their arms? They're going to raise their arms, then, oh, maybe I can get the tobikomi-do. You know, there's a lot you could do with it. Yeah, I mean, you kind of sparked my interest in it a little bit. I'm not going to lie, right? Because I think that there's a lot that can work. Or are we not going to interact with their shinai, with the shoto? Are we going to use it in a different way? Are we not going to interact with it? And we're going to hit from a distance they can't read properly, like Jordan player would do. Yeah, there's a lot there. There's a lot, right? And then second, the Zanshin is overall good. I like, man, return to comma is good, right? Lots of Nito players don't do this properly, and that's why they fail at the gradings, all right? However, the strikes themselves, especially your Ojuwaza, right? Your Ojuwaza, it's not really good enough, all right? Because I can't say it has the full and complete spirit, yeah? It's all very flat, you know? Which way round are we? This way. So, do, yeah. Whereas you're like this, right? You want to be like, come on then, come for my men. Then get your Zanshin, you know, and run, you know, use your Ash Sabaki. Yeah. Then you might get the Ippon. Yeah, the grading panel going, oof, that was a good door. Wow, nice circle. Yeah, and same on some of the other waza as well. It's all a little bit flat. Yeah, I think it's a habit lots of people fall into in grading kendo as well. Like the ki goes like this. The voice goes like this. Yeah, man. Yeah, kote, like this, and it's all very like it's performative. It's not real. You know what I mean? I want to see a real heart, you know. Yeah! Man! Yeah, and real one. Not, man! Like this kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I think. All right? And especially when you're doing the Nito-Ryu. I think it's extra important, okay? But great job sending it in, and great job passing the grade in. All right, if anyone else wants to send a video as well, I feature every single one of these that's sent. All you have to do, upload it to YouTube. Set it to unlisted or public. Don't set it to private or I won't be able to see it. Send me the link to mail@KendoStar.com and I will feature it on the channel. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, shop at KendoStar, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.